It's a terrifying thought, a loved one being neglected or abused at the hands of the people you trust to take care of them. So how can you protect a family member from nursing home negligence? Attorney Clair Campbell from Campbell & Associates joins us now to talk about this very important topic. Claire, thanks for being here. It's great to see you.
Good morning.
Okay, what are some ways that you can check out a nursing home for a loved one? I know this is a very big decision in people's lives. It can oftentimes be a hard decision to make. What should you be looking for? How do you check them out?
Well, there are questions, obviously, that you'll ask of the administrative staff. Ask for a tour. What you're mainly interested in is seeing a lot of staff. And most of the problems that we see happening in nursing homes are truly lack of care, not only just because there's an individual there that needs something and some attention, but it's lack of personnel. And a lot of owners of nursing homes are looking at the bottom line, and the bottom line means less staff, more profit. And yet, Medicare has some very strict guidelines about the number of staff per home, whether it's a full nursing facility or an assisted living facility. So there are guidelines that can actually, if they're abused, reduce funding and cut it out altogether. So nursing homes have to be very careful. One other thing, if you've got time, go to the courthouse in the community where that home is. See how many times that nursing home may have been sued. Hopefully never.
Right.
Once may indicate that maybe there was just an odd situation that occurred. But if it's multiple times, I'd look at a different home.
Well, those are good tips, though, to check out the staff, just the number of people there, and checking out records. I think it's certainly a good thing, worth doing, worth taking the extra time. How can you guarantee, though, the safety of your loved one? If you do, you can't guarantee.
No, you can't. And one thing I think that's important, if you have time, go visit your loved one at least once a month, more often if you can, or have someone in the community that's nearby. If you're a long way away, you gotta check on them. That's really the only way to know that they're being well cared for and that they're safe, and not sitting in diapers that haven't been changed for a week at a time that are going to create bed sores.
What should you do if you suspect your family member is being neglected or abused?
I think the initial thing, obviously, is talking to the nursing staff there and then filing a complaint with the administrator. I think that's going to be the first thing. Hopefully, if you don't think it's hugely an issue at that time, you want to monitor it, but you definitely want the people that are there involved to know that you're on the lookout for some potential elder abuse.
At what point should you contact a lawyer?
If you know that there's been a fall, that tends to be a big thing in nursing homes. Sometimes that can be covered up or just sort of neglected in terms of your loved one's complaining of pain. You wonder why, or there's some bruises that haven't been reported to you. Typically, you're supposed to get a phone call if something happens, and that way you can actually go over, talk to your loved one and make sure, what happened. Sometimes if they're non-communicative, have Alzheimer's, that sort of thing, you're not as lucky. But if you do show up and there's an immediate problem that you observe, no one's communicated to you, you ask questions, ultimately the hospital may need to be involved to have an ER visit to try to figure out exactly what happened, because again, not every person that's in a nursing home can tell you what has happened.
Right. Who's responsible if something goes wrong at the facility?
Several people can be involved. It'll start with the owners. That's going to be your pocketbook, so to speak, down through the administrator. The administrator themselves can be sued even though they don't have a financial interest. The nursing staff, down to the people that change the bedpans. If they should have realized that there was a bed sore or some dehydration or starvation, somebody in that chain of command should have been saying, hey, wait a minute, this person needs some care.
Sure. How expensive is it? Is it costly to investigate a negligence claim?
It can be very expensive. There's a lot of cover-up sometimes that goes on. You have to be careful. Doctors have to be involved to review records. In the Carolinas now, you can't actually file a lawsuit unless some expert has reviewed the entire file, and you have to pay for those people to do that.
Oh, my word. Yes, that could get pricey. Clair Campbell, really good information. Thank you so much. You do such a good job. Thank you for being here. Campbell & Associates has offices in Charlotte, Gastonia, Hickory, and Rock Hill. The phone number is 704-333-0885. I'll say it again. Grab a pen, a piece of paper at 704-333-0885. Or you can visit injuryhelp.org. Injuryhelp.org. Clair Campbell, Campbell & Associates, thank you so much.
Good morning.
Thanks.